Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And now, coming live from the Midwest Rex and Rod studio, it is the Outdoor Show with your producer, Luke PBR him ASAP, and your host, Scott. He's killed more bucks than me and our producer, Luke, combined. Biscobang! And over there we have special in-studio guest, Nick. He's killed more than everything than me and Luke combined. And myself, Drew, who claims he only hunts for meat. Biscobing.
Brown.
And welcome.
If it's brown, it's down. If it's brown, it's down, Drew.
Yerp. I would choose your clothing wisely this weekend. That's all I'm going to say.
Go heavy on the blaze orange if you're anywhere in the county.
If you're alive and walking around, have orange on.
All right.
Shoot you. Before we get too far here, folks, we do have a quick word from our sponsors. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Tagged and Bagged. They specialize in pre-taxidermy packaging for waterfowl. Their mission is to provide hunters with the highest quality packaging products to ensure preservation of a hunter's prized trophy. Tagged and Bagged products are made with the best materials and are designed to withstand the toughest hunting conditions. Taggedandbagged.net, that's right, folks. Go to it. Get on it. Taggedandbagged.net. And, of course, Bucket Ready offers premium food plot seed for the best results when attracting wildlife to your property. Knowing what deer prefer, when they prefer it, and putting the best seed together for deer in your special hunting spot is what Bucket Ready Performance Food Plot Seed Mixtures is all about. BucketReady.com, folks. Go to it and get on it. BucketReady.com.
Get on it.
Get on it.
Put that phone away.
All right. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Midwest Rex and Rod's Outdoor Show.
The best half-ass show out there, folks.
Because the only full ass is Mike Tyken. Mike Tyken?
Mike Tyken?
I give up. I was trying to do a good joke there. The only full one is his, but I can't speak. Call me Joe Biden.
Mike Tyken.
You know the thing.
But yeah, here we are, guys. It's Deer Camp Special 2024.
How many annual is this?
This is number 5.
This is 5.
Yep, this is our 5th annual.
Fifth annual. That definitely deserves some air horns.
Man, a half a decade of doing this crap. Can you believe it?
No, neither can my bank account. But here we are.
Yeah, here we are, man. And it is that magical week, right? It's that time. It's the days. We're counting down the days, the hours, the minutes.
I can't even focus on anything.
Right. I mean, we're going to have a hard time focusing on this show.
Well, for sure. But I mean, like, you get a phone call, work related, and you're like, who cares?
I'm off next week. It counts as this week,
can
too.
literally wake. Like, shut up.
Yeah. You get the call, and you're like, this guy might not hunt, I guess, huh?
Yeah. You know, I'm so glad, like, I don't have, like, a dentist appointment this week, you know, like the day before or anything, you know, all that kind of stuff. Right. I hate having those kinds of things. Like last year, I had, in October before the rut, I had, like, 3 procedures done in the course of, like, 7 or 8 days. I had plastic surgery on my face, and I know it hasn't helped. I had a cyst on my lip that I had to have removed. It was like in my lip and that on my upper lip. I had to have that removed. A few days later, colonoscopy. And then a couple days after that, 2 days after the colonoscopy, Luke, what's going on back there? Is everything okay?
Taco Tuesdays, let them rip.
Yeah,
He got real excited.
Yeah,
He's like,
he's like, oh.
colonoscopy. Woohoo! Tell me more about that.
2 days after the colonoscopy, I had a vasectomy.
Oh God.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna knock all this stuff out now before the rut starts, and that I'll be good and healed up from everything.
Cleaned out.
Yep, fully cleaned out. Everything was ready to go. You know, 'cause
Paul Bland said you got a rut canal.
nice one. Yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. This is, I mean, I love this time of year.
Well, this is my favorite episode that we do because it is
This more so than turkey, even.
Yeah, I mean, I love turkey hunting, but this episode is nothing but bullshit the entire time.
I can't tell them that.
It's riveting stuff, folks. Riveting.
If they stay tuned the whole entire time, they're going to find out how to kill a big buck this year.
I think it just because it has my favorite segment. Where are you going? What you bringing?
Right, exactly. So, guys and gals, those of you watching here tonight, we've got an open phone line here that'll pop up on the screen here. A little ticker on the bottom there. Feel free to give us a call at any time during the show and let us know where you're headed for deer camp this year. Whether it's the Wisconsin 9-day, if it's Michigan, if you guys are getting amped up for Illinois, Minnesota, wherever you're headed for deer camp for your firearms season, we want to hear where you're headed and you know what's the big thing you're going to bring to your camp.
Just pick up the phone, dial 414-436-5696. That's 414-436-5696.
It's kind of our nod to us locals down here in southeast Wisconsin, the old Bob and Brian for Thanksgiving thing, where you're going, what you're taking, kind of. So we'd love to hear from you, hear a little bit about your deer camp. We're also doing a giveaway here tonight as well. Luke's busy already right now, plugging away, writing names down.
So writing down the names.
We're going to comment, Summer Fillinger, don't tempt me with an open phone line.
I dare you to call in, Summer.
Yeah, we dare you.
She's busy.
Yeah, we're giving away an actual buck knife in the true sense of the word. It's the buck knife brand, buck knife. If you want to hold that up there, Nick. It's just a little, over this way. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. It's a little giveaway we got tonight here, and it's real simple. You comment that you're here with us watching live, and in the second half of the show, we're going to be going ahead and giving it away live. So stick with us throughout the show. I mean, you're going to have to suffer through a lot of BS.
It's not any different than a rut canal, right?
Or any other show for that matter.
Yes, my God.
What if we hit a certain amount? I got another one. If we hit a certain amount of comments, if we did 2 of them.
All right, well, throw a number out there.
What do you guys think? What's a fair number for 2?
Let's say we get up to 50.
50? All right, deal.
50 what?
Different comments, different people, not 50 one person hitting it 50 times, 50 different comments.
Okay.
We'll throw another knife in there. Same knife, buck knife, really, really good knives. I use them all the time gutting. Great, good blades on them. We'll throw another one in.
All right.
Sure.
Mike Mason wants to know if you're shipping to Washington yet.
Yeah.
No, you got to come and get it, Mike.
Mike,
And have a
Mike
beer with
you
us.
get back here enough. You get back here enough. We'll hold on to it for you, or send it out there with with Phil next time he heads out there.
For sure.
I'll tell you what, and I'll up the ante too. Let's say, all right, so 50, we're going to give away 2.
Jesus.
Wow, Luke, are you going to make it back
He's
there?
excited.
He's
He loves this episode,
he's just
too.
giddy back there. He's got his. There's literally a notebook right there on top of the PC.
I thought you gave
right
me
there.
paper.
Do you see it? Oh yeah.
So you're upping the ante as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if we get to 30, when we get to 30, I'm gonna throw a T-shirt in on the deal.
All right.
On the first, and then when we get to 50, we'll draw for another knife as
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
How's
Okay,
that sound?
I see you,
Okay.
and I'm going to raise it. If we get to 100, I will autograph my underwear that I'm wearing right now. Unwashed, you get them. I mean, that is valuable stuff right there.
I'm going to do a 150. They're going to invite to the wedding.
There you go. Bam.
Sweating.
Summer, I hope you're not watching anymore.
She's
Who's
gonna
this
call
guy
it.
in the Blaze Orange?
So here you go, guys. If you want to get those if we want to up the ante here, start sending and sharing this to
That's
your
right.
friends. Let them know, hey, hop on the show, comment, and that. And
just
who
about
knows?
the
Maybe we'll
chances.
throw in another shirt or
Josh
something.
is hunting in Washington County, public land, chasing 2 bucks, a 12 and a 10, all public in camps.
Love
Nice.
that.
I seen the bucks he
Does he
had
have
too.
coordinates that he would
Love
like
that.
to share?
Right. Where exactly in Washington County? You said public land, huh?
Yeah, there's a few spots around Washington County. Washington County's kind of been a sleeper.
Well,
It
you
has,
used
yeah.
to.
And that,
Kettle
I
Moraine.
mean, wow, there's been some huge bucks taken this year.
Yep.
I don't want to name any names, but
Used to hit the Jackson Marsh back in the day.
yeah, I don't know that Jackson Marsh was ever any good. But
No, I went there a couple times in the beginning, the days when I started, and I don't think I've ever seen a deer.
I've done some metro hunts there, like later in the season,
Yeah.
just over the last 5 years, and that just to get out there, kind of tromp around and stuff. There's always tons of signs, so they're there. It's just you got to be one of those guys that's hunting it and knows exactly where these deer are and
Dan
stuff.
info.
So Josh said he's going to Jackson Marsh.
Oh yeah, I kind of doubt it, but
And we've got another ante up to, if we get to 200, Elijah is going to donate a midnight winter dram.
Oh, hey, come on, folks. Hold on. I need to comment real quick.
Should we get in there? Can we all get in on this?
Yeah. That's serious business right now.
that is. I don't know if
Damn.
Elijah's serious. I know he just got a really sweet bottle of Pappy 15.
No way.
Yeah, he sent me the picture of it.
Elijah, buddy, pal, you coming ice fishing this year?
Got to bring that bad boy out on the ice.
Oh my God.
That would be great. But yeah, I mean, here we are, guys. We're just days away from the Wisconsin 9-day firearm season, gun opener, whatever you want to call it. And it is really a magical time. I think it just sparks up nostalgia for a lot of people. I feel like 90%, if not more, hunters have started out hunting during gun season, right?
Yep. Going with family, going with grandpa, going with the uncles and cousins and
Especially
stuff.
our age. Nowadays, kids are starting earlier. They're using crossbows and they're getting into archery earlier and than we were back in the 80s and stuff.
Oh God. Yeah.
So, I think it does it. You think about, your grandparents and aunt and uncle, whoever it was, the group of guys and gals, family members, friends, your parents' friends, things like that. They were all at deer camp. I know. I mean, what's one of your favorite memories from back in those days, from those early days? I'm not talking about adulthood, but childhood deer camps.
I would say,
Kind of put you on the spot.
no, that's right. Because it's such a great question. So I'm sure you guys all remember when we used to actually have back tags,
I love that.
right? And we would go to the church fish fry.
Turkey dinner.
Turkey dinner. That's
Saturday
right.
night.
It was turkey dinner Saturday night. And it was just kind of cool to people watch, right? And you look for the guys that were missing the half the tag.
Yep.
And then go and talk to them and, oh, what'd you get?
Yep.
Or, you got it out in the parking lot or whatever, it was, that was a lot of fun to me. I thought that was cool. And even the registration stations that I miss
I was just
dearly.
going to say that's my favorite. I love that I missed it.
Right.
Yeah, that part stinks, but yeah.
I know there's kind of an effort, like I feel like I saw a group on Facebook or whatever that wants to bring it back. Like, now regardless, I mean, not bring back, they're not going to change the way it is right now. But what they want to do is get a group of hunters and that together, kind of spread the word. Like, let's get together, like a network in that, to go to a certain gas station or a certain bar, kind of a thing with your deer, and kind of almost bring that back, minus the registering part of it, just to bring that whole thing back. I mean, nowadays a guy or gal shoots a deer, a big buck or whatever, and it goes right on a meat pole.
I was going to say that's it. Yeah.
And then it's registered, and then not until you see them driving home on the highway or something like that do you actually get to see it. So I got my buck, and I haven't posted it yet on the Midwest page, but I shot my archery buck on Friday night, and pretty decent, halfway decent 10-pointer. when I say that, I'm like, it's not my biggest buck, but I'm very happy with him. And I was glad to take
Yeah.
him in that. It's been kind of a weird rut this year. At least for me, it has been. I know some guys, it's been a little bit different, but kind of that's what I've been hearing a little bit. But anyways, so I got it Friday night. I didn't get back into town until really late. I left it on the back. I just took a section of 2x4 and wedged them open. It got down to like 33 degrees that night. I wasn't all concerned. Well, next morning right away, we had to go and wanted to get our rifle sight in it. So Drew, myself, and Mike from the team, we ran, what better place to have a deer on the back of your back of your truck or whatever than going and, to the gun club and sighting
What's
in.
pretty cool about that is some guy just, we get done, get back out to the truck, and here's a note. Nice buck, I do Euro mounts. Here's my number.
Right. He's like, congrats, great buck. He's like, if you're looking for a Euro mount, here's my name and number and stuff. And then his price was actually really good. I've been meaning to give him a call and that just to find out, how he does it.
Little does he know, if you would have gave more information, we could have talked about him right now.
Right.
Oh, damn. What was his name?
Maybe he's
I
listening.
don't honestly,
Craig.
I want to say it was like Kurt or something like
Jensen.
that.
Jensen.
But so going back to that, like I remember my first buck that I got, my first deer actually was a really nice 8-point buck, and throwing that on the top of the cap of my dad's truck and stuff, and going in town in Necedah, Wisconsin, and going to the local Quick Trip. That's when Quick Trips weren't all over the place.
Yeah.
There was only a few of them around, certain areas.
7 quick
But
trips.
there was a Quick Trip in Necedah forever, one of those original, ranch style, Quick Trips like Horicon still has has 2 of them like that. And just the amount of guys coming up and wanting to hear the story. And then my dad's like, well, it wasn't me. It was my kid here. You tell him the story. And like, it's just so cool. And whether it's your own deer or you're going and talking to somebody else and hearing the story from them about theirs.
Yep.
I think that's just something that we're really missing now, because now the stuff gets posted on social media and people are going to scrutinize to an extent. People feel emboldened to, make a negative comment sometimes. I will say that by far there's more positivity out there, but there's people that are going to say, well, I would have, or somebody says something like, oh, this was, I shot this 4.5-year-old, and everybody's like, oh, that's not a 4.5-year-old.
Yeah.
That's a,
Right.
just a little thing. Like, I understand maybe wanting to correct somebody and educate them a little bit, but there's guys that will do laughing emojis about it too. Like, come on, like just.
I don't understand.
Would you do that if you were at the deer registration station?
Right.
Would you be laughing at a guy? I'd be like, I don't know. I think it's maybe a 2.5-year-old or something like that. Like,
Or whatever
and this
the
is
case
why
may
I
be.
think that, and you can explain it to them and that, but you're going off of a picture and social media, good, bad, or otherwise, right?
I just never understood the need to tear down anybody else when quite obviously they're happy with that kill. They're proud of that kill.
Yeah.
Right.
How did it negatively impact you at all? It didn't.
Yeah.
There's no need for
Wasn't your land. You don't want to. You don't want to shot in your land. Then tell your buddies and whoever else hunts with you. Tell them that.
it. Exactly.
These guys we're feeding, filling our freezers. I mean, usually anybody coming into gun deer, we're getting what we need, because usually after gun deer season, from what I've experienced and heard from most, it does slow down till like the last couple of weeks of the season. I mean, you're going to probably lose your best chance at shooting a buck once gun deer ends, because the rut's over. The deer have been pressured like crazy by every guy that's out there. It's been done. People still shoot big bucks, but we are getting to that time of year where after gun deer, it kind of goes, it gets a lot harder to get that mature buck.
You really got to start focusing on the food sources a lot more. And, like you said, if it's public land, that's been just
luck.
pounded like crazy. And, but I mean, even on private land, you're going to struggle if you don't have the food source nearby, or whether it be on your property or nearby. I mean, that's where the focus is going to be for sure when those colder temperatures come in.
Bob Zarda's taking a 15-year-old up. Can't wait for him to get his first deer. It's more about him than getting one than my 58-year-old carcass getting one.
So is his name really Bob?
Bob.
Or is it just Bob Zarda?
Get on.
No, that's great, Bob. I think
Yeah, definitely.
there's nothing more important that we can do as a group of hunters nowadays than to get younger hunters involved and get them on their first year. I mean, in a couple of weeks here from now, or I think 3 weeks from now, we're going to be heading to do the camo hunt again, the Joe hunt with Camo Kids and Mentors Outdoors. This will be my third year. In fact, I'm going to be sharing a link. If you guys haven't seen it yet, Dan Small's Deer Hunt Wisconsin 2024 just came out in that, and the opening segment, the first segment that he does on the show is from last year's Joe hunt and stuff. So
Did you make it on the?
I'm on there a couple, 2, 3, 4, 5 times on there, as was Jesse Bricko from the team as well, because he was there last year.
Shout out to Jesse.
It was his first year mentoring. So, yeah, it's always a really rewarding experience in that. So if you guys haven't checked out, in the next couple days here, I'll probably get that shared up on the page as well, the link and stuff. Otherwise, you can go to Deer Hunt Wisconsin 2024 on YouTube with Dan Small and Outdoor Wisconsin. It's been on FanDuel Network. It's been on PBS. It's been on PBS in Milwaukee and things like that. So anywhere that you can watch that show.
I'm actually going to throw my hat in the ring for next year for the Joe hunt.
Are you? Yeah, that'd be great.
And I think it would be. This is a shout out to all you Midwest racks and rods team members that are watching this episode, and I know that you are. It would be pretty awesome if we locked it down, and got us all out there. I mean, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean they do. I mean, I'm not trying to discourage anybody from getting involved with anything.
Oh no,
like this.
because there's quite a few.
They do have a good amount of mentors and stuff like that. Actually, to the point where it's more about getting, if
Getting
you can
more
find
of the
kids,
youth, more of the kids out there to go.
and even if you know of a child and you maybe don't have the ability to take them out for whatever reason, because you have your own kids that you're taking out, but if you know of somebody that has a kid that wants to get into hunting, but maybe the family, doesn't do it, they don't have somebody else, contact Kids and Mentors Outdoors. It's KAMO, Camo, Kids and Mentors Outdoors, and you'll find whatever you need to do to get involved, get that child involved, and it's not just this Joe hunt. This is just getting them in the outdoors. They do all sorts of different events. They do ice fishing and fishing events and things like that. So if you know of a kid that really wants to get in the outdoors and you don't know maybe how to get them out there, that's the organization you really want to look to.
Starla is taking a group of lady hunters out for their first girl and a gun antelope hunt in December. She can't wait to introduce them to this amazing sport.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That is awesome, Starla. Very
If you guys remember, we've had Starla on the show in the past. We look forward to actually having her on again here in the near future.
I still wanna do. I think she needs a cook for us.
She was just I think we should just do a straight up change the set out here.
Absolutely.
And just do a cooking show.
Get some hot plates.
Yeah.
Or get the little Joe crank that, and we can cook right here. I mean, open a window maybe.
Right. Maybe install some exhaust fans or something.
Yeah, let's get a hood in here, and that'll be great.
Should be pretty easy.
Grease strap. Yeah. But no, I mean, Starla, that is very cool, and I think that anytime that you can share your experience and pass that on to that knowledge onto other hunters, I mean,
or potential hunters.
That's what it's all about. I mean, you talk about our favorite memories, and I think a lot of that just stems from that right there, right? Is our dad, our grandparents, his friends, all that, just kind of instilling that knowledge in us and making us feel like one of them for a weekend.
Yep.
That's probably the coolest part. Right, an equivalent.
Yep.
Didn't look down at you at all. Tried to help in any way, and then just had a lot of fun doing it.
Yep.
That's probably the best part.
I agree, 100%. So yeah, good on you, Starla. Nick, what's one of your favorite memories from when? First off, when did you start gun hunting in that with firearms and that?
I see it was different for me. I mean, my parent, our family kind of made it. You have to be like, I think it was like 12 years old or something. So I started in the 90s, going with my dad to Bayfield County, when Bayfield used to be really, really good. We went to this public land and we all shot deer. I mean, it wasn't a question if, it was when. And I got to sit and watch my dad. So I got to watch him shoot deer over the year. I did drives, helped him out. I always had a great time pointing out the deer because I usually spotted them first. And it was that was my favorite time. We had a cabin that we rented out. We played Nerf football in the back with my cousins in the snow, and we were tackling each other. And then because we got up there early, we went fishing then in the backyard. We stayed on this lake. So we got to go fishing, right, row out 100 yards, and we caught pike. Those are my core memories. And then after that, I kind of bounced around hunting down here because my dad kind of got out of it. And then my favorite actual hunting one was about 3 years ago. I went with my uncle Greg, Quinn, my cousin Alec, and we went up north. And that was like kind of my first real one, hanging out with the guys, drinking and stuff, and doing like the normal deer camp. And that was probably my favorite one. My uncle, him and I went back quite a ways on public, and he shot a nice 7-pointer. He was sitting not too far behind me, and I heard him shoot. And it was on his birthday, actually. I think he turned 59, I think, or 58, something like that. And
Okay.
I got to be near him and help drag it out. And that was one of my cool memories. And again, I've shot deer down here for gun. I usually gun on here. I went to Portage, but it wasn't like with a big group. It wasn't like what I kind of wanted to be now and like what it's been. So it's been great. And now the last 2 years I was down here, but I'm hoping to get back up there. Probably next year I'll try and get up there. But gun deer is always, as a kid, just sitting there counting on the calendar in class, just marking down the days, getting ready to go. And like, knowing I get pre-planned out of school, I get 2 extra days out of school. All my buddies, we all talk. And, that was before social media. And, let me know how you guys do when we get back. And it was just as exciting going up as it was getting back to school. So you could talk to your friends. Because, again, we didn't have social media. Right. We didn't have that middle school and stuff where we could know what your buddies were shooting as it's happening. We had to wait.
Texting, calling, whatever. Yeah. That wasn't an option.
No. Yeah. Right. So that was just as exciting getting back and seeing all of the actual printed out pictures of guys and what they shot instead of seeing on social. I think those are my favorite memories. Nothing against social media now, but it kind of spoils the surprise of knowing everybody gets. Like, I know exactly what my family shoots like hours after they shoot it, compared to getting back to Thanksgiving when we all would talk and share and bring our racks to Thanksgiving and, show what we shot.
Yeah.
So those are my favorite looking back. Gun deer's always been kind of up and down with me, like where I kind of went and who I kind of went with and stuff. But like, it was always coming to Thanksgiving and we all got to talk about our stories at Thanksgiving because all my family hunts. So those are my favorite memories going and coming back from.
That's awesome. I do have, it's kind of a two-parter. So first part is one of my favorite memories was when our producer would bring me a beer, preferably a Miller Lite. Those were really great times.
I think Jeff Kenny and I are going to play some football on Saturday.
Is that a fact? I noticed Chris Damali chiming in here that he's ready to leave for deer camp right now. I'm waiting for Chris Damali to hit that phone line and give us a call.
Nothing would be better than to hear from our boy Chris.
All right, founding member, he was
one of the founding fathers.
One of the founding fathers of this Midwest thing.
That's a push.
All right, that you're looking like you're gonna hurt yourself there, buddy.
Ready for football?
Stretch it out.
No, it'd be cool to hear from, him or anybody else that wants to jump on.
Anybody else that wants to give us a call, don't be afraid. Just give us a call in. Let us know where you're headed and what you're bringing, and tell us a little bit about your deer camp. For me, obviously,
that was the second part.
Yeah. What's that?
I wanted to ask you. What was yours?
Yeah, mine was obviously my first buck in that. Was by far the most memorable in that. Just so what had happened, and I'm sure I've talked about this on every episode that we've done on the deer camp special or whatever, but we had been out, Dad and I had been out early in the morning hunting, and I had seen a group of does come through in front of me. I didn't have a doe tag at that time. That was back when you had to do hunter's choice, and that you had to apply like in July to get it, and which we always would, but it'd be kind of a crapshoot if you get it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that year, or obviously we didn't that year. Otherwise, I would have shot one of those does. And then we went back in for breakfast, and Grandpa and Uncle Jack and and all the rest of the guys back at camp, Mr. Sufrost, Mr. Burt.
Yep.
We're all back there, had a nice breakfast for us. We ate breakfast quick, and then we headed back out. And I told Dad, I said, I'm gonna go a little bit closer to that area where I saw those does earlier this morning, and I kind of laid prone, kind of humped over this berm that was there, and kind of facing that trail that they had come down.
There's no snow?
No, actually that year there wasn't.
Say laying down, I'm like, that kind of sounds cold.
Right. And Dad dropped me off, and he went around to go park, and then he was going to come in the other direction. So we kind of were going like this. We were still going to be pretty close. He got back. He radioed me on the walkie-talkie that he was set and stuff, and I don't think it was 20 minutes later, and then all of a sudden a buck comes in right on that trail, nose down to the ground where those does are coming straight at me, and straight at me. So I'm just laying there, and I got my 20 gauge
Break.
single shot break action, with slugs, smooth bore
Oh my goodness.
with a slug, and he's maybe 40, 50 yards in front of me.
That gun was made right after World War II. Like it was like
I don't
48,
know,
49.
No caller.
Getting a phone call.
Well, that comes through on all of ours here.
Yeah.
Caller, you're on the air.
Turn up that Bluetooth a little bit there. There we go. Who do we have on the line here? Who is this
Who
guy?
is this fella? Chris, how you doing, buddy?
A little more there, Luke. Turn him up a little bit more. There we go. What's up, Chris?
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
so you're done after tomorrow night. That's awesome. Very cool. So for those of you guys that don't know, we have Chris Damali on the line. If you've been watching us from Jump Street, Chris and I co-hosted the show together for the first several years, and that until he moved to the Northwoods.
And then the show got a downgrade. So where are you going? What you bringing, Chris? Okay.
Everything but the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
No.
So is that you that makes the lasagna for the deer camp, or is somebody else? Buddy Nick.
Now, if he's going to,
Good Lord.
Oh no! Hang on a second. Hang on one second there, Chris. For some reason, nobody's able to hear you
Oh, it
coming
stinks.
through. What?
Because we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
That's unfortunate.
Oh no, we didn't have this issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I know, but right. The last time we did this though, we didn't have that issue though. Well, that's a bummer.
That's all right.
All
We'll
right.
let you go, Chris.
Thanks for calling in. All
Sounds
right,
good,
sounds
brother.
good, buddy.
Good
All
luck
right.
to you.
For the you guys that missed that there, he said, good luck to everybody. Stay safe out there. Shoot straight. So, yeah, I apologize there. I don't know. It's been a while since we did the open phone line here, but we haven't had an issue with that. But, hey.
Such is life.
Yeah. Anyways, Chris was saying that where he's going to be up in the Wabeno area, closer to the more of the north woods of Wisconsin and stuff, they're kind of the weather's been changing, and that they were talking about possibly getting some snow up there, and now maybe not so much. They have a really nice deer camp up there. They do a big lasagna dinner and stuff. Nick, whose camp it is there that he goes to, and he's been going to for some years now, and that makes like 20 pounds plus of lasagna. And if you've seen the pictures and that, and
It
like
looks phenomenal.
yeah, I mean, and that's an interesting thing, right? Like, for us, Friday nights it's fish fry.
Fish fry.
Saturday night,
Steaks.
Big old steaks.
as big as a bicycle seat, my friends.
old person's bicycle seat,
Yeah,
not a BMX seat.
not like a speed seat, right? I mean, this is like a built for comfort.
Right, with the springs,
We did have a comment. Someone is on the deer's side and says, "Run, Bambi." LOL. Her name is Nicole Harmon, who lives in Texas.
Texas.
Well, they will be running,
They will.
and hopefully running towards one of our stands.
That's right.
Justin Kunzeli wanted to know if
Jesus.
why we gave Nick a child's size shirt.
Whoa.
He's getting swole.
Got to get ready to drink those deer out, you know.
He shops at Baby Gap.
It's from curling these beers, you guys.
We're selling these shirts at Baby Gap now.
Sure.
I've got some bigger shirts, Nick. I let you pick what
I didn't know it
size
was in
you
the
wanted
budget.
to. Well,
Holy
Hey.
shit.
if we get up to 200 comments here tonight, or 175, Nick will take off his shirt, sign it on scene, and send it right your way tonight. We'll draw one for that too. All right, that really sucks about the call-in line, though.
Yeah,
Pretty
that
bummed
does
about
suck.
that.
But please feel free to leave your comments with where
Yeah.
you're going, what you're bringing.
Exactly.
We
Luke
want to
will
hear
shut
it.
it out.
I mean, that's part of the best part of, or one of the best parts of this show, right? Is just sharing your story about it. We want to hear from you more than ever.
So I guess we'll go back to my story. So anyways, so the buck's coming in right at me, right? And it's first time, I cock that hammer back, and he's got his head down, and he's coming, and he stops, and all of a sudden he looks up, and he looks like he's gonna turn and bolt. So I'm gonna shoot him in the chest, and then he puts his head straight down again. He's looking straight at me. Headshot it is.
Yep.
And that nail him right between the eyes, dropped him in his tracks.
It's no BS either. I
No.
mean, it's literally
Oh, and the
between
taxidermist
eyes.
did a really good job. West Side Taxidermy. It's a really good job of patching that. I mean, it's a
But
20.
what's kind of cool though is that there's a little bit of a tuft right
Right.
there.
It doesn't perfectly lay just right.
and I think that helps sell the story.
Right.
And not sell it because you're gonna sound like you're lying. What's the matter? Who are you talking to? You're just talking to yourself. So no one can hear Luke talking because he doesn't unmute his mic, but he's talking to himself. So never mind.
Just the voices in our heads.
But the excitement, the excitement I had in that moment, right, was the excitement for myself immediately that deer was down on the ground and I didn't think it could get any better until my dad came over, and the excitement that he had for me and the fact that I killed this buck. It was like, it went from like I was up here and then I was like way up here. I was like, just like he was so pumped, and that was so, I mean, that's just like sent it over the top. And I mean, obviously, and I think a lot of us many of you guys who, are watching the show probably have experienced that with your own kids, or you experienced it with, whoever took you out when you got your first deer.
No and no. I've never experienced that.
No.
No
Well,
one's
what-
ever been excited for a deer I've killed.
Yes, that is absolutely not true.
It's 100% true. I got comments about that guy from folks in our hunting group. Like, oh,
not-
I passed on him this morning.
Yeah,
Like,
but not me or Dad. You
no. But no, I mean, I didn't kill my first buck young enough for Dad to, be over the top. And the first buck I killed was a spike. It wasn't anything to be excited
I don't
about.
think it would have made any difference though if I would have shot a spike though either.
Well,
at
you
that
were
age,
just at that age.
Right.
I mean, unfortunately, I didn't get it done until much later.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what it is.
What about you, Nick? Your
What?
first deer was it? Who were you with?
With the gun?
Yeah.
That was in my dad's backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went up north with them, but right when I got my license, my dad kind of quit hunting, went to Jackson Marsh and a couple other places, and I never squeezed the trigger. And then I thought, well, he's got 4 acres in the backyard. Why don't I just sit back here? And the first buck I ever killed was back there. I was using his shotgun. It was Sunday, so the day after opener, and I was sitting there and I was just looking around because you didn't have phone to distract yourself.
Right.
Right.
All of a sudden I looked and it was a 9-pointer like this. And I'm like,
Caller.
and then I pulled it up and just sat there and I slowly came up and boom. Dropped him right there, didn't move. And then all of a sudden he kind of picked his head up. He started kind of like dragging himself and I'm like, oh no, pumped another one in, boom. And then I was super happy. And the year after that, it's actually my biggest buck to date. Still was an 8-pointer and it came into my left and I remember shooting it. And I remember my dad was sitting there on the deck and he like waved if I got it. And I'm like, yeah, I got him. Like, come on back. So he came back and that was cool. Like, tracked the blood and stuff. And I had a fun time. That was my first ever shoulder mount too. So
What kind of shotgun?
it was my dad's Winchester. I can't even think of what it was, but it was a pump, iron sights.
Okay.
It had the rifled barrel, so I knew I could shoot. And that first buck was about 80 yards, and the second one was like 20. I mean, I looked to my left, and I'm like, it's all swamp that I was hunting, so I was like, oh, shoot, okay. But those are my two best ones, and after that, I kind of quit hunting, deer hunting. I got into duck and goose a lot, and didn't do a whole lot of that. I mean, I still gun hunted and shot one deer, and that was it, but kind of got out of it. Now I'm back in it, obviously, a lot, trying to take buddies out and stuff.
We got a caller.
Hello?
Can you? Yeah, still not working. Damn it.
Well, what's the matter?
He's got a caller, but nothing coming through.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. And
Frustrating. It wouldn't be a Midwest Racks and Rods outdoor show if we didn't have some sort of technical difficulty.
Right.
I was going to say, we haven't had that once when I've been on the show. I was bragging about that. I was like, never once has it happened since I've been.
Right, and we've had several call-ins in the past.
Yeah,
and
we've
that,
had
so,
one in the
like,
past. Sorry, folks. Yeah, we have an issue.
well, we're
with
going to
our
be coming
line,
up on a break here pretty quick here, so maybe we'll get that part figured out here during our break. But
keep those comments.
yeah,
coming.
keep those comments coming. We'd love to hear from you guys where you're going and what you're taking and that. Yeah, there's just something about this weekend.
It's magical.
The whole 9 days. I mean, I've never been up for a whole 9-day season. I've kind of done splits.
I'd like to at some point.
And that it would be a lot of fun. I think especially when Spencer gets older and he comes, I think probably we'll do that a little bit more, spend more time.
Definitely looking forward to getting Spencer up there and showing him the ropes,
Exactly.
as it were.
My question for everybody is, what's the one tradition that never fails your camp? There's got to be something that somebody does every single time, or someone, like something you guys do is either cribbage, or you guys go to like one breakfast place, or you guys do something when everybody gets up there, play a prank or something. Everybody's got something, a little notch at the camp.
Yeah, and I think there's probably multiple. In
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Multiple, for sure.
And
But
I
the
know
big
we
one that
have
always
some.
stands out. What's the one big one for you guys? It's like every year this happens.
Yeah, let us know in the comments and that. Are you asking us?
Well, you guys too, until comments come through. Yeah, but like, what's the one thing at your camp, like the joke you guys play, or like one game you guys do, or like one place you guys always go? Every time we get up here and we all get together, we go to this location and, we play pool, play darts, drink beer, whatever.
Can I say it on the air?
If you're
kinda scared
asking me,
now.
probably
Oh,
not.
the Jim Fry, right?
Which one? Not the night before Christmas. You can't do
No,
that
not
one.
that. It's the.
You can't do that.
It's not the night before Christmas. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, poke Sally in
Poke
the
Sally
hiney.
in the hiney.
Boy, if that doesn't
Boy,
just
when you
throw
say it
up-
out loud.
Right.
See, I'm like, well,
Yeah, I don't know exactly the origin behind it. Okay, but we hunted with this group of our dad's buddies up in Black River Falls, and he comes out of his bedroom, right? We're sitting around the table playing cards, drinking, whatever, and he's got his long johns on, damn near pulled up to his nips. And he
As
starts
my 6-year-old calls it, your nibs.
his nibs, my nibbles, and he starts doing this song and dance of Poke Sally and the Hiney, and we have no idea again.
With a pipe in his mouth.
Scotty, yeah, Scotty, I got the perfect spot for you. You're gonna be hunting right over by me, Andy. You're the way the fuck over there. I don't want you anywhere near me. Yeah, but no, I think so. We always, the fact that we don't hunt in Black River Falls anymore, and unfortunately, we don't hunt with the fries.
And you know
What the heck is
not,
with the?
not so
Now
much
we got
defeat.
the Shirley Point buck playing.
Now you got to give credit to that on the YouTube side, and we're gonna.
and I'm sure our live just got killed.
Yeah, it came through just
We
fine.
don't know if anybody else heard it though. But anyhow,
Right? Did anybody hear the 30-point buck? The start of that song?
Just 4 seconds, not enough to get trademark infringement. Copyright Ricky Bobby Renault.
we're good now.
nobody knew what he just said.
Right.
Josh heard it.
See?
One of the things that we have been doing, actually, it's kind of failed off over the last couple of years because we haven't been able to find it. Is to the hunt
We haven't looked that hard though either.
Paramount. We would bring literally a case or two of Paramount, which is Abergoots. Right?
Well, Paramount is the brand
Right.
of a liqueur, right? You've seen Paramount, like Phillips,
You guys are speaking
Mohawk,
French to me.
right? Phillips makes liquor,
Booze.
Yeah.
all sorts of different things. Mohawk, it's your generic. I mean, I guess it's a brand name or whatever, but
Yeah.
Paramount was the brand of it was brandy and peppermint schnapps. Ooh. Abergoots.
Abergoots. So we would always, to the hunt, and we would to the hunt 30 times a night to the point where you didn't want to hunt when you woke up in the morning.
Calling the dinosaurs.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Said we got the phone lines fixed, and we'll take calls after the break, is what I said in the chat. So.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
We got it
thank you.
fixed now for
You
me.
got to
You gotta
fix
fix-
your first.
See?
Well, look at this guy.
And that's why
And he has
he
been
gets
over there. He's been
paid
plugging away.
What he
Yep,
gets
writing down
paid.
And he's
names.
knocking things down,
Making
but
the big bucks.
But he's working on it
And
He's
shooting the
making
big
things
bucks.
happen.
I
So,
want you to know.
so we're gonna let Luke take a breather here, as well as you guys. Stick with us, guys, because we're still gonna do the giveaway.
That's right.
We're gonna give that away live tonight to somebody who's watching the show. We're gonna be back in 5 minutes?
Maybe a little bit longer to get all the names in the bucket.
No, I think 5.
Yeah, he'll
can
get
do
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it in 5.
We can do that.
5 minutes.
I might even put a better shirt on then, so I keep getting picked on.
It's
So you don't get picked on, or
Yeah.
you continue to get picked on? You gonna put a smaller shirt on?
Oh, do we got one? You guys got a
Sweet
small?
Jesus. No, we don't.
Yes, we do. we should
do not.
find it.
No more.
All right, guys, stick with us. We'll be back. Go ahead and get yourself something to drink, refill your glass, grab another beer, and join us back for part 2 of the Deer Camp Special 2024.
after whom a discovery, invention, or place is named or thought to be named. There are very few eponyms in the hunting industry. A product so popular and so functional, it becomes the act of the product. So how does something become an eponym? It's the best, hands down. What is an eponym?
All right.
Hey-o, and we're back.
We're back.
We're back. We're bringing Doug back.
We couldn't find a smaller shirt.
We're back. No, I know what it is. But I'm not going to do my Ed Helms here. What's the matter?
I can hear now.
You don't have to think out loud though all the time.
For the people that are watching, Luke said he can hear now, as if that was an issue before.
Right.
Papa, can you hear me?
And now he's playing music. Nobody knows what he's doing. We got the thumbs up. All right. Outstanding.
Thanks for hanging on. We took a little bit longer there. We're trying to we really want to get the phone lines working. It sounds like we do. Is that correct, Luke? All right. We got a
We got a half thumb, half wavy hand.
Well, why don't you put the number up there on the screen?
We need a brave volunteer who just isn't afraid to maybe get hung up on.
I messaged Chris and told him, I don't know if he saw it, but I
Just
said,
tell Josh to call in. He texted me. He said he'd call.
Yeah, Josh said he was gonna
Josh.
Absolutely.
Josh who?
Ortman.
Josh didn't.
big hunter.
Just kept canoe full.
Holy crap. Anyhow.
Wow, you can just tell, like, everybody, we're just totally focused on
Hunting.
going somewhere else.
Just want to go up north.
We want to go up north. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to hit the road Friday morning.
Yep.
We'll stop. We'll get some breakfast.
Yep, Mama's. Mama's Cafe.
I don't know. I think we might do something else.
We're going to hit Wappin.
We might hit Waupun. Waupun.
Well, if Chris goes to Wabino and he ends up at Rusty's, he's got to go make fun of my family that's going to be up there.
Rusty's.
That's the bar up there. I think it's called Rusty's. I don't know. Last time I was there was a guy on the roof that jumped on the little lip that was there trying to get the dollar, and then he fell about 12 feet to the concrete.
Oh.
It was funny as hell.
Rusty's does
During
sound
opening
like...
weekend, this was? Or?
No, this was four-wheeling during the summertime. We all went up there.
Rusty's sounds like the kind of place you want to get... You order your drink out of a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get
much
a
It's
like-
bottle.
actually not bad. They got a nice bowling alley and stuff in there. It was pretty cool.
Like Gooch's? Stick with the bottles at Gooch's.
I don't know.
How do they open them?
I tell you,
Right in the gooch?
I don't know if they're twist offs or not.
now
One
it
way to
sounds like
find
we're
out.
talking about that place.
Phone caller.
We got a phone call.
Well, we'll see if this
We're going
works.
to see if it's going to work here, folks. Bear
Someone's got
with
a
us.
comment on the list that's working.
Right. Yes, if it works.
Hello?
It's still ringing.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Are we getting two calls coming in at one time?
Well, I don't know. I'm one of them.
You're one of them. All right.
All right, Chris,
folks,
we can hear you. Folks, can you hear Chris?
Can you please comment and let us know that you can
If we
hear
can't hear,
Chris?
if we can't hear Chris this time, we're done with the phone line for tonight. That's for sure.
If, in case you're wondering, Chris has the laugh. So if you heard that, then we're golden. And we did. All right.
All right, we got a thumbs up.
All right, Chris. Chris, what's your last name?
Hot tamale.
Chris Hot Tamale.
All right, Chris Hot Tamale.
Yeah,
Where are you going?
hot
What you
pants
bringing?
tamale. Sure, there you go.
Where are you going? What you bringing, bud?
All right. So I'm going northeast section by the Wabino, Leona, Crandon area.
Okay.
And as I was saying before, I'm going to be bringing a lot of different clothing because we're not sure of the temps, but lots of food. We got a lot of hungry guys in camp, so.
A lot of hungry guys.
Right, we were just talking. I don't know if you missed it. Like you were talking about the lasagna. Tell us a little more about this lasagna.
It sounds mad.
I'll tell you more about the lasagna.
Yeah, tell us more. Yeah, for
So-
those that missed it.
So Nick
before.
is basically the tradition is each guy brings like one of the major dinners, breakfast, lunches.
Mhm.
And Nick, Friday night is tradition. He makes a 20-pound lasagna it's not any bigger than any other lasagna. It's just dense.
It's very dense.
It's all meat, cheese, and noodles. Just layer after layer. And then about 7:30, a lot of groups sit out and live it up, go out for fish fries, get back, maybe roll into bed around 11.
Okay.
In our camp, we're all passed out by about 8.
Big heavy lasagna sitting.
It
on
is
the
a
bed.
lot of carbs. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're all carved up. So
How many guys you got in your
Yep.
camp?
this year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8.
Okay.
Nice.
And it changes from year to year,
Sure.
who can or can't come or work, whatever. So 7 or 8 this year.
Always a good time. How, do you,
We'll see Friday night who actually shows up. Huh?
how do you guys usually do up there in terms of deer opening weekend? You guys.
It's a lot of hit or miss. It depends. If you talk to the locals, they say there's a lot of night hunting going on.
Oh,
CJ
And
Alexander?
we've seen a few wolves here and there on camera. What's that?
I said CJ Alexander stuff?
Yeah, we're not
No,
gonna
but
get
then
that.
we do have a few. Nope. We do have a few wolves that we've had on camera right around camp. So,
Sure.
that put a little damper on stuff.
yeah.
Nick shot a nice deer. What was it, last year? And there's a few doe taken. I took a doe, but other than that, you're not seeing a lot of deer. It's not quantity. It's not even quality, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Sure.
So for us, it's more of a camaraderie kind of thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But one of the things I commented on before is it'd be interesting to know other people. Like we have a gentleman's agreement. If anyone shoots a deer, everybody's going to share the venison. Some guys never shoot a deer or whatnot, but they're still going to go home with some. So
That's awesome. Love that.
And that's something you
So-
guys partake in then, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
'cause there's two of the younger, well, one's newer to hunting, and then a younger kid have never shot a deer yet. So one of them barely ever gets off the couch. So I don't really care much about that. But the younger kid had shot a small buck last year,
Hell yeah.
and we actually have it on camera in action when the bullet hit on a trail cam.
That is.
It hunched up and it's midair. It was a bad shot, but you could see where he shot the buck in the leg. But yeah, the camera photo caught it in midair at the shot.
That's
I mean,
Dang.
it's cool. I just wish it would have been a better shot because we tracked that thing through the swamp for a few hours one night. I shouldn't say we, the kids. I'm too fat to do that. I'll sink. And then the next day we had about, 4 or 5 hours, and it just kept getting up, and it was a leg or a bad shot, but very survivable for a deer. And they were just pushing it. So,
Sure.
but yeah, so we're still working, trying to help that kid get his. So
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, well,
right?
hopefully this is the year then.
yeah.
What's the weather forecast going to be? What's the weather forecast looking like for this weekend by you?
It's somewhere between 10 below and then 90 and sunny.
So just
So
typical Wisconsin.
pretty much. So weather reports have been all over the place. It was supposed to be freezing. We were supposed to have snow starting tonight through Friday, and that hasn't happened. We had a torrential downpour last night. In fact, here where I work, I had 18 gallons of water go through the front doors of my work into the lunchroom. It was blowing that hard,
Wow.
40 plus miles an hour,
Set some
going
decoys
around,
up.
weather stripping and stuff. So what's
I said set some decoys up, little duck hunting.
pretty much. But I mean, so that it was pretty torrential up here last night, and now there's nothing. So they say the temp's gonna drop maybe into the 20s. So we'll see.
Right.
I'm just not sure what. Yeah, I mean, and if it's going to be warm, I have different set of clothes for that compared to when it's a deep freeze. So I'm going to I have all my different kinds of clothing or different weather clothing in different bins. So I'm going to have to fill up the back of the exploder with all different bins. So yeah, the exploder, my old Ford Explorer is still running. It's a hunk of rust going down the road.
We're gonna knock on some wood for you.
A hunk of rust.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
no, but it's exciting. My buddy Nick's already at camp, and he told me, and now I just want to leave work and go.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm suddenly feeling sick. I may not come in tomorrow. No. One more day of work, and then I'm heading out. So.
Oh, very cool.
Awesome.
And as usual, I have not packed anything yet. Because I've only had a year to get ready. So.
Awesome. Chris.
But yeah, there's not much. We had our camp day, our work day, about a month ago in October. So went out scouting and did all that good stuff. So now it's just waiting another 3 days, guys.
We're right at the cusp of something great.
Yeah, we're right there with you. Well, thanks.
Yep.
We appreciate you calling in, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
All right. Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck to you too.
We
bud.
look forward to seeing the pictures that you send us. So we'll get those posted on the next episode.
Hopefully, I'll be sending them.
Hunt safe, bud.
All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Outdoors. All right. That was awesome. Yeah. Finally, we got through to Chris and that. So I saw somebody else that said they tried calling, but I think it was probably at the same time.
Same time as Chris. So yeah, give us a call back.
Feel free to try calling back
Call us
in
right now.
Yeah.
So it looks like
Josh, give us a ring.
Looks
Love
like
to hear
Dan
from you.
Schwartz also tried calling in too, but yeah, feel free to chime back in.
You guys ever do a big buck pool by you? I know it's a big thing. Bigger groups.
We used to.
Yeah, we used to do. Yeah, I think we did that more in when we hunted Black River Falls.
It's like just like $1 buy-in, something like that, and then whoever had the biggest buck at the end.
Yeah, I think there was two. We did one first buck,
and then
biggest buck, and that. So
$2.
It never gets used. That money gets blown at the bar anyways. The guy that usually wins, okay, I'll buy music
Unknown
or
caller.
drinks.
All right, we got another phone call. Cool.
Call from
No idea.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. Who do we got?
This is Dan Kors.
Hey, Dan, how's it
and
going?
Steve.
Oh, and Steve.
Dan and Steve.
Dan and Steve Schwartz are on the line.
Very cool. How you guys doing?
Good. Good.
Awesome.
So
Getting ready to go up to Camp Onion up in Schwamigan National Forest. Probably going to be 3 of us opening weekend. I don't know. I mean, it's not time to be picky. Oh no, I'm not going to be. I mean, this last 3 weeks I've been pretty picky. I mean, I've seen a ton of bucks.
Yeah.
To get them to come in front of you, it's one thing, and they don't. So I'm like, geez, if I had a rifle. Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, I'm not kidding you. I've seen probably 9 different spike bucks, and the best one I've seen, because I'm really good at killing spikes during gun season. I've seen one last weekend. It was one 5-inch side. The other side was snapped off. I'm like, ooh. I could be the king of the castle with this.
Yeah, isn't that always
no,
the thing,
I
when you're bow hunting you're like, man, if I had a rifle right now, I could get this done. And then it gets the gun season and that, and it's like you don't
Still
see
can't get
anything.
it done.
I mean, you work so hard for it during bow season that you're really committing all your time and effort into it, and
Mhm.
it comes to gun season, I'm just like, man, if it walks up in front of me, it's dead. Yeah.
Walks up, you're done. You're done.
I mean, if you're good at shooting, but
Right.
yeah, my old man got a pretty good one. We figure, I don't know if it's a 4.5-year-old deer or 5.5-year-old deer, but
Nice.
Social media will
it
tell
was
you,
a
don't
task
worry.
to get it out of the woods. And it was just me and him, and my dad's 74 years old and still climbing ladder stands
Jesus.
and still shooting vertical bows.
Damn.
So
Good for him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm 44 and I can do neither.
he got one. Yeah, I mean, it's just, when you hunt the Northwoods, what comes in front of you, you better take advantage of it, because it could be a county over by the time you said,
Oh,
well, I
for
should have
sure.
shot that one.
For sure.
I can wait, that deer will come back. No, they don't come back.
Right. Yeah. It's
They
just
do
too much ground to
eventually,
cover.
but not that way. They cover such huge areas of ground that
Right.
I think that's probably more of what it is their core area. It's dependent, like in their main core area, could be really tight in the spot, but for the most part, it could be a half-mile by half-mile area,
Oh,
and
for sure.
there's
At minimum.
multiple bucks in there. It's trying to single one certain one out of them all, and we don't even have that this year.
Yeah.
I mean, we got, tons of them. I've seen a pretty good one, and I would have shot it for one, but it just didn't give me the opportunity. So not
Frustrating.
like some of the ones we've passed though. They're probably mostly really good up and coming 3.5s. And there's probably a 4.5-year-old 5-point we got that. Oh yeah, he's on the list. Yeah,
So we're
there's so
just-
many of them on the list. There's so many of them that have just really bad genetics. No brow tines,
Oh, for sure.
big bodies. They just, they're not getting the nutrition to grow their antlers, but when I mean big bodies, you're shooting a deer up there. You're talking, once it's stressed out, 160 pounds.
Right.
And I don't know what age class that would be up there, because we've had them over 200. Yeah, they way over. Yeah, the genetics, they just grow at such sometimes a slow rate and sometimes a super fast rate. What we got a certain trait that is a over average length of the animal.
Oh yeah.
And they just, you can tell, you'll have 2 year and a half old bucks, and one is just 150 pounds standing there, and the other one's not even 100 maybe. Yeah. And
So you're
every
seeing
once in a while,
you're seeing more
Let's mature.
of deer that are they carry the mass in the body, but they're not carrying it through the antlers, right?
It depends. It depends on the year. When we have really good years with a decent, or this year I guess would be more an adequate rainfall. But when you have the dry years, it seems like following hard winters, it takes a little bit to get
Sure.
the antler production back up where it needs to be,
Sure.
from what
Yeah,
I
that's
can
fair.
tell. And we'll just see what happens.
Right.
No, it's happening.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys. Well, I don't mean to cut you guys off. I know we got a couple other callers on hold here right now. Appreciate you guys calling in.
Thank you, guys.
Really appreciate it.
Good luck
Good
on the
luck.
knife.
Yeah,
No
good,
problem.
Good luck, man. I hope you guys get it done. You know, send me
Oh, yeah.
pics and stuff.
Yeah, we'll definitely. I'll have Steve send pics, and
Yeah.
good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Get a monster.
Yeah,
Yes.
you guys
Oh, yeah.
too. All right. We'll talk to you guys soon, man.
Always
Nice
for
talking
calling
to you
in.
guys. Yep.
Take care.
Good night, everyone.
Always
Night.
outdoors.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you guys again for calling in.
And make sure you still get those comments in there if anybody's new jumping on right now or you
That's
haven't
right.
done it yet.
Right.
How many comments do we need now? Because we upped the ante, right?
Yeah.
What did I say? It was 150, 200?
For your underwear.
For my
underwear, yeah.
signed, autographed. I'm telling you, folks, it might not be worth anything now.
Turn.
It might not be worth anything in 10 years or 20 or
Turn
ever.
that in.
It
There you
doesn't
go.
really matter.
But
It does.
you got the one knife, we got the shirt at 30, and then the other knife at 50.
Right.
So tell your
Unknown
friends.
caller.
Hold on. We have a caller on the line. This is exciting stuff.
More exciting than hunting?
No,
Oh.
nothing's more exciting than that.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? You're on the air. Who do we got?
Josh.
This is Josh Kiefler.
Josh Kiefler. All right. Well, first off, I'd like to apologize for how many times our producer mispronounced your last name.
Yeah. What did you
Oh,
say?
that's okay. It's a German name. It's a German name, hard spelled. It's no pun intended. I just like to say I love the show. I love everything y'all do. It's a kind of highlight of my weeks here. I kind of enjoy watching it. The
Awesome.
wife gets mad because it's like we're past our bedtime. We got to work at 4 a.m. But I got one thing to say before we get into deer hunting. Mr. Nick Faber on his 80-yard shot, it was my wife that made it. So I was pretty happy to be a part of that. And that's what got me to be introduced to Nick and introduced to y'all's show. And since then, let me just say it's been a thrill and a fun ride.
Josh, I mean, no one has ever had kinder words for us, and we genuinely appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we appreciate that greatly. We love all of our followers and that. So, Josh, what's your plans here for gun season?
Yeah, where you going? What you bringing?
Well, gun season, it's unfortunate we don't really have a deer camp, so we don't really bring nothing because I'm locally in Wisconsin.
Okay.
So I hunt Washington County.
Okay.
You guys kind of gave me a laugh before you guys even said you guys hunted the Jackson Marsh. That is literally where I'm at.
No way. All right.
And
Very
I'll
cool.
be honest. I've shot one 8-point buck and a 1-pointer in my life. I'm a brown down hunter.
Sure.
It's hard to tell my heart when my dad put it in my head so that deer hunted in 2007. He told me, son, this is public land. You shoot the first thing that you got. If you have a tag, instead of eating tag soup, shoot it.
Absolutely.
And that's just kind of how it's been. I'm a deer hunter before you can get to the bucks. That's how it's always been. But this year, we're kind of holding off. Bow season was nice, but I've had a broken hand. I've been in 2 different casts. It's been a little rough. So this gun season, all of a sudden in the Jackson Marsh, now we have a 12-pointer. Now we have a 10-pointer. I'm bringing my father-in-law along. So I'm going to help walk him to his spot. Then I'll get myself set up. So I'm hoping that we may have a rack on the ground, public land, from none other than Washington County this opening day, preferably. The weather's not looking good for us lately.
I know it's been super warm.
I think
the weather could be a lot better.
well, and that and the rain.
Right. Yep.
We had a lot of rain, and I bow hunted. The problem with the Jackson Marsh nowadays, because I've been hunting this year after year after year,
right now during the bow season, you have what I call intruders, but they're allowed to be in the woods, but they're squirrel hunting. I don't care if it's 6,000 acres or not. You hear them, you see them. All of my deer are nocturnal. All of the big bucks are always coming at night.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So I'm praying that maybe they're taking their same path and something will happen. You know,
with the bodies
but
out there too,
the Jackson Marsh nowadays has, I mean, all it takes is that first gun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just day after day, buck or doe. That I have a few daylight, so I mean, we're hoping that to at least put some meat in the freezer because it's finally empty.
Yeah, and you know, Josh, that is of the utmost importance, right? I mean, maybe not for all, but certainly for myself and a lot of others is filling that freezer and providing for the family, and God damn it, I hope you get it done. I mean,
absolutely.
Well, I appreciate it, sir. I mean, we grew up filling the freezer first. If you get a rack, hey, that's your trophy.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, it's a bonus.
But I love seeing the ethics it takes for the mature deer. I mean, Nick Faber, I haven't deer hunted with him, but when you talk turkey, I've never seen a guy put a turkey call in his mouth and sound like three different birds.
yeah,
Never
he's
in my life.
Very, very talented in that regard. His wife is a lucky woman.
I've never seen that. Oh, he gets them fired up, that's for sure. But no, I just wish the best of luck to any first time hunter, any hunter that's never got their first deer. You know, I guess the bar was set pretty high when I shot my first ever deer. Happened to be an 8-pointer, and to be honest, I've never had a rack besides a 1 point since.
Yeah,
But public land, when you don't own land, it is what it is. You know, there's so much room for them to roam. Nobody owns it.
Yep.
Just because you come in at 4:30 in the morning and get set up, the next guy can come in at 5 o'clock and spook them.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
yeah.
But I guess deer hunting has always been family before anything, and I guess that's what I'm bringing to the table or
Love
to the
that.
season. I'm bringing my family. I'm going opening day or opening weekend with my father-in-law. Thanksgiving Day, I'm taking my wife out to help her get her first deer. You know, I've got 2 spots in the marsh that I can share either or. It doesn't matter. And then the following closing weekend, my own father, who's the last one to drag a deer out of the Jackson Marsh on my end, he's finally getting back out there. He said he's going to tag along for a day.
Awesome.
So, I mean, I've got a mix of family coming along, and we have a first timer. She's not first time hunting or deer hunting, but she doesn't have that harvest yet. So
Sure.
I think we're in for a good treat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Well, Josh, thank you so much for calling in and
But-
letting us know where you're going and
Oh no, I
and
appreciate
who
it,
you're
guys.
bringing.
Thank you, Josh.
Oh no, not a problem. I wish the best of luck to all 3 of you guys and all the listeners, and just have a good Wisconsin deer season. We lost a lot of traditions with the back tag.
Yeah.
We lost the traditions with going to the registration and seeing everybody's deer. You don't have the camaraderie anymore. It's time
Yes,
for
sir.
everybody to create it, whether it's with your family, whether it's this show, anybody. It's just time to get that originality back. But hey, it's gun deer season,
say
boys,
that.
and let's get ready.
Right.
Yeah.
I couldn't say it any better myself.
Honest to God, what a phenomenal call. Thank you so much, Josh.
Good luck to you and
Thank you guys for
everybody else.
having me. I hope. Amen. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Always outdoors.
Anybody else want Josh to run for office
I-
here and
so-
give speeches?
so I-
He'd be elected in 2 seconds.
All right. I'm going to throw this out there. Giveaway be damned.
Settle down.
Josh just got the best call right there.
Oh yeah.
I'm anteing up. Josh is getting a knife. I got it covered.
I thought you
Here.
said Josh has got my underwear.
I was gonna say like
Like what in the
No.
world is going on?
Josh is getting a knife from me. Thank you so much for that call, Josh, because that is truly the spirit of
Right. I mean,
Life, the opener. I mean, all of this.
Yeah.
it really is. It's about the camaraderie in that. And I think that's what, I mean, at the end of the day here, we've talked a little bit about killing deer and stuff during gun season and stuff, but what it's really about is it's that time spent with friends or family or whoever it is. And I understand that not everybody has that. And I'm really sorry for anybody that doesn't. And you can make gun season whatever you want, but I mean, this episode's about deer camp.
Yeah.
And that, and for us, that's very important. That's how we were raised. It's what we know, and it's super important. I can't imagine life without a deer camp. You know, like archery hunting and stuff. That's far more individualistic and personal. And, you know, and I enjoy going out with buddies and stuff and staying at, you know, archery camps and stuff like that as well. However, something about gun deer season is just different. It's it's the smells, it's the sounds, it's the music that you play at camp, it's the songs, it's the traditions. You know, you had talked earlier about some of the things, like what are some of, and we kind of, you know, we were doing phone calls and stuff, but you were talking about some of those things that are like a must every year. I mean, for many, you know, we talked about the Paramount,
Right.
you know, the snowshoe, the abergoots. It was also big jars of pickled eggs and stuff.
Yep.
For me, it's cribbage. That's like the thing we always play. I mean, we'll play it till we get blue in the face or pass out.
Right.
For years, it was sheep's head. Now it's evolved into
dice games.
Dice or Oh Hell.
Right.
Which is a really fun card game if you hate life.
Mikey T loves it.
But I mean, you know, to touch on your point just a little bit more, we went through quite a few changes, right? We had hunting up in Necedah, you know, where we had a little bit of land, but we were hunting public,
mostly public.
and then we went from that to Black River Falls, and it
Which
kind
was
of
all public.
changed and evolved a little bit less family and all about friends other than our immediate family. To then we started hunting in Montello on private land, got in on a nice little lease.
And some leases, yeah.
But then as Montello, you know, age became a factor, and some of the hunters dropped off. Sadly, a few have passed on. And we really went through a span there where it was just you, me, and Mikey T, and a couple other guys that are on the lease, but they kind of keep to themselves to some degree, and we kind of keep to ourselves to some degree.
I wouldn't say keep to ourselves. It's just where it's
Maybe
just separate, two separate groups.
Two separate groups.
We come together and that, you know, but
it wasn't the same.
no.
And now we over the last couple of years we've expanded it. Now where our producer Luke is coming up.
Dad's coming back up.
And then this year we have a return to one of Dad's very close friends, Kenny.
Yeah, who hunted with us for many.
He's back up, and last year was legitimately one of the best deer camps we've had in quite a while.
I wouldn't say. I mean, in maybe a handful of years.
Yeah, no, and it was great. I mean, just you know, we upgraded our cabin situation. It's a little bit nicer. It's not too nice, right? Where you still feel like, yeah, this is deer camp, but I can at least take a crap without worrying about the toilet flushing.
See, that's another good point. I don't know what you guys all bring besides guns and ammo. I got toilet paper in my bag every time.
That's an absolute must.
The shit tickets. They're very important on any hunting trip you go on, because if you don't have them, you're going to lose your socks.
Or part of your shirt.
Right.
Or your underwear.
Yeah.
Which I will autograph and send to if we get to, how many comments did I say? 17?
You said 150 for your underwear.
17?
Like people just like started dropping off left and right.
Let's get to 149 and we're done.
Right.
We're at 137, my last count.
Oh,
I thought 150 was the wedding invite.
It's Fright Night. But yeah, I mean, again, it's so much about like the camaraderie in that. There's something about like being out there at last light and that, like hoping that big buck comes in and getting a shot, but also being like, if it doesn't, you know what, we're gonna have a good time tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, we're gonna get back. Somebody's got the grill going already to throw the steaks on, or burgers, or brats, whatever it is. We're gonna talk about the day. We're gonna talk about years gone by. We're gonna drink some beers. We're gonna sip some bourbon. We're gonna play some cards. We're gonna shake some dice.
Yep.
Whatever it is, you know, you're gonna come back and watch the Packer game on Sunday.
Oh, the Packers.
You know,
Poke Sally in the hiney.
or the Bears if you're in Illinois.
Oh, they just
or the
joke.
Lions if you're in
They
Michigan,
just
or the Vikings and
Or the Iowa. Oh, they don't have a professional sports team.
the Hawkeyes.
Shit. Sorry about
Yeah, they could have
that.
Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
They got corn and whatever.
But anyways, you know, it's you know what I'm getting at. It's like it's all about like what you're gonna, you know, like there's more to.
Right.
At least for me, it's always more about the whole experience, not just the hunting.
Yep.
You know,
I think that's pretty key. I mean, it isn't.
I'm
just
sure there's a
about
lot of individuals out there that are like really diehard about it, and
Absolutely.
and they're 100% focused. I spend so much time in the woods during archery season,
Right.
whether it be before gun season or after gun season, that when gun season comes around, I'm far more relaxed.
Yep.
You know, I'm like, if it happens, it happens. That's great. But I'm not putting a ton of pressure on myself. It's more about spending the time with friends and family and that.
Yep.
If that means like, oh, it's a 3:25 Packer game on Sunday, I'm going to get out of the woods instead of being out there for that last hour.
Yeah.
You know what? So be it.
Right.
Because there's no game. You know, I'd rather spend the time with my dad, and my brother, and my friends, and and other family members and stuff than necessarily shooting a deer. You know, like
Inside from holidays, I mean, when you get to hang out with them and see them, and you never really get to be on that personal level with them for multiple days. Like Thanksgiving and Christmas, what do we get?
Right.
Maybe, I mean, depending on your family, you got 4 hours max with them.
Yeah.
You don't get 3-4 days.
You know, you're not spending the weekend.
Yep.
No, I mean, that is such a great point. I mean, it is such a different dynamic versus any other family get together where you can literally be true to yourself.
Yep.
And just have these genuine moments together.
Yep.
And whether it just be slinging some bullshit.
Yep.
Or I mean, there's been plenty of times where some legit heart-to-hearts come out.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
More so than you would ever have before.
Yep.
And that, to me, is what makes it so incredibly special, so cherished. And it's not something to take lightly because...
Or squander, yeah.
As you get older, right, and you see, like I mentioned before, you know, members of our hunting group that have either passed, you know, sadly... tragically, or just have moved on, and they're just, you know, it's not in them to hunt anymore,
right? Because of, you know, family and other obligations and stuff like that.
You know, I don't begrudge them. I mean,
right? But I miss them. I miss them
tremendously.
right?
You know, and that is something that you don't get back.
Yep.
Right.
So, I think you go out this weekend, you know, never take it for granted and just literally soak up every single moment that you can.
Yep.
And be out there for the reasons you want to be out there.
Yep.
Not necessarily about the deer. When we talk about the wildlife, we talk about the hunting side of things all the time, whether, you know, or fishing, whatever it is that we're doing outdoors. And then I think this is that one weekend, you do it for you first and foremost, and for the memories.
Yep.
You know, whether you want to be that diehard guy that goes out there an hour and a half before sunrise and sits all day, that's great.
Yep.
I do that a lot during archery season.
I do too, yeah.
I applaud you for doing that.
And, you know, and for me, it's like, all right, 10 o'clock, I'm ready to start winding down and head back, get me a bowl of chili and kick up for a little while and get back out there for the last few hours of the day. whatever it is, you do you. Enjoy it though. Take this time. I mean, this is about tradition. This is about, something that we have been doing in this country, especially in the Midwest here, and that for a long, long time. Mm-hmm. It's a long-standing tradition, and I think it's a fantastic thing.
You know what I usually do on mine? Aside from praying, I always pray every morning when I'm out hunting. I pray for the family that's not here anymore.
Yeah.
I actually write down younger friends that passed away or grandma, grandpa every year. I write on my bullets, so that way every single bullet in my gun or even in my pack, I got them with me. So my grandpa Rice, I used to always shoot when I was shot. Once I hunted down here, I'd always bring it to him and see him, show him. I can't do that anymore. So I write Tom Rice on every bullet, Mary Rice, and then my other buddy that passed away, Alex Balestre. So I put them on there in my bullet, besides praying and talking to them. Every morning I'm out, I put their names on my bullet so that I know that they're with me, and then they're guiding my bullet as well.
I love that.
That's fantastic.
That is
That's
awesome.
And then I save them. I save the ones with their names on it, and then I put them in my little collection.
So when you talk about traditions, that's probably one of the best ones I've heard.
Yeah, no kidding.
Cribbage be damned.
How many giveaways we doing?
Yeah.
Well, what do we got there?
120, 137 if you count Midwest comments, 130 if you don't.
All right,
So we're at 130.
I'm going to do the two.
Two drawings?
Yeah.
All right.
And the T-shirt will go with the first one.
All right. This is scientific. This is the T-shirt?
The T-shirt and the buck knife, and the second one will be for a buck knife.
Okay, so two drawings: T-shirt, buck knife,
and then a buck knife.
All right, so then just a buck knife. The second one. All right, so the first one, T-shirt, buck knife, is.
Gracias, mi amigo.
Let me see who I got hit. Who had the Jack of Clubs? Josh Queffler. Our German Jackson's phone call.
Apologize once again for butchering your last name.
I'm German, so
Kiefler.
Kiefler.
Right?
Josh Kiefler wins the shirt and the knife.
See, I'm German. I'm 100% German.
Congratulations, Josh, and thanks again for calling in.
Yes. And the next one is what now? A knife?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, let's do this. Reshuffle.
While he's shuffling, Josh, if you could message us on the Midwest, get us your address and stuff so we can get that sent
and
out
Scott
to
will
you.
reach out to you too. Six of Hearts. Go ahead for the Six of Hearts. Justin Kingsley.
Are we sure about that last name?
Kinsley. Quinn.
Spell it.
Coonsley?
Coonsley. Winner of the knife.
Congratulations, Justin. You have a brand new.
Justin Coonsley.
285.
Hold it up again. Yep, there you go. 285 buck.
Bantam BLM or BLW. Buck knife.
Awesome.
That's very cool.
So Nick and I will get those sent out to you guys. Make sure you send us, whether you email us at MidwestRacksandRodsOutdoors@gmail. Actually, no, it's not. It's MidwestRacksandRods@gmail.com. Or just send us a message through Messenger. So we'll get those sent out to you guys.
If anybody wants my underwear and wants to message me privately.
No, everybody just, they was getting too close and everybody's like, no, I'm out.
Oh, the drawing from the where? Summer Fillinger.
Hey, Summer, guess what? Got some dirty ass briefs coming your way.
Both Josh and Justin have commented saying thank you very much.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Very good. Yeah, guys, I mean, I'm super stoked. I know you guys are too. It's that time of year. And I hope all of you guys have a safe and successful hunt. Whatever you find success or however you define success, just keep it safe. Have a good time. Share the memories. Take pictures, man.
Take us in it. Yeah. Take us in your hunt.
I tell you,
camps.
we always take pictures and little video and that, but it's never enough.
It
you know?
really
and
is.
you'll never
Never
regret
enough.
taking too many pictures.
Yep.
And that to go, you think back in the day, I swear we had more pictures when when everybody was using 35 mils and
Right.
disposable cameras and stuff like that.
Yep.
Now we have them right here, and we
So
forget
easy
about
and you
taking
forget
that
about
stuff.
it.
You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
you're focused on this, that, and the other.
it's about the memories.
It really is. It really is. I mean, yeah, I can't state that enough. I mean, that really is the point of it all.
Nope.
You know, so that you can tune in next year to the 6th annual and share your memories with us, or post
Right.
your pictures, or tag us in your
Yeah.
pictures. You know, I mean, we
Absolutely.
want to see them because we just want to be a part of everything that's great in your life, and that's definitely one of them.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Midwest Racks and Rods Outdoor Show, and especially this one, the Deer Camp Special 2024. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a successful hunt. Be safe. And until next time,
Always outdoors.